Moving on to the New York Giants, the Giants football team. What a win it was against the Ravens. Come from behind as well. It was, we scored 14 in the fourth quarter to take them 24-20. And my word, let me shout out Don Wink Martindale, the defensive coordinator for the Giants. After the game, Dable gave a little to him, and it was something special. Like I could tell that this team has some chemistry. They have a special bond, and they love to play for each other. Now, let me shout out the rookies as well. Wandale Robinson comes back after an injury. He was there week 1 at maybe week 2. But he comes back, gets a touchdown for Daniel Jones. After he juggled a little bit, it's kind of sus, but he got it in. And then Daniel Bellinger as well. I mean, this guy out of nowhere has become an offensive touchdown scorer for the Giants. He scored against the Packers. He scored in, I think, the second game of the second week for the Giants. And he's an excellent blocking tight end as well. He's been a great addition to the offense. And then Kayvon Thibodeau, one of our top draft picks, performed. He had a fumble recovery that really put away. It was a strip sack of Lamar Jackson that was really that sealed the game essentially. That got us because the Ravens had one more shot, but after that it was over. And Jones, shout out Daniel Jones, man. He looked like an actual NFL quarterback this Sunday, and I know he's won 4 games already this season. He's like has a positive record of being a starter in the past like 10 games, but he was zipping the ball. He was accurate. He was making the correct plays, and it shows on his stat line. His QBR of 112, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 19 for 27, and he did what he had to do to win the game. And they had a fourth quarter drive that I couldn't imagine a Giants team doing in like the past couple seasons. They went down there and marched down the field of these Ravens. Now, these Ravens this season, notorious for blowing in the fourth quarter. You've seen the stats of like the fore and after with the Dolphins, with the Bills, how they ended up losing the game. And this is one of those again. But we did a great job defensively shutting down Lamar, getting the pressure on this offense which influenced Jackson to throw a pick in the fourth quarter that iced the game to Julian Love. The Giants just seem like they're having fun out there. They're getting it done with whoever necessary. I mean, Marcus Johnson, Richie James, Matt Beretta, of all people, got 2 catches for 17 yards. David Still's got a catch. So this Giants team, man, they're a fun team to watch. It's not a snooze fest anymore. And Money Gano, 6 points total, had 1 field goal. It's just a great time to be a Giants fan. We are 5-1. We are one of the top NFC teams. I would say top 5, and I think we have a legitimate shot to make the playoffs. And I'm excited for our upcoming games. Brendan, takeaways about these Giants.
Dude, Kayvon Thibodeau coming out when the moment matters, forcing a sack. I mean, let's talk about a sack fumble, right? Can't forget about the fumble.
Right.
Sealed the game for the Giants, for Big Blue. I mean, I like how your defense is closing, right? You go back to the week before against Aaron Rodgers when he was in the pocket and all the Giants fans held their breath for that 1 second before he got sacked. And obviously, if there's one person to make a Hail Mary pass, it's Aaron Rodgers. But you guys were able to prevent that from happening. Your defense is balling out. You guys are finding ways to get wins, and you guys are beating teams elite teams, right? Obviously, the
Packers,
Ravens,
Titans, we beat.
No, exactly. So
Ravens.
Ravens are the leaders in their division. So, and then the Giants, you guys are in first now. You guys are first.
No, the Eagles.
Oh yeah, the Eagles are first. 6-0. Yeah, 6-0 Eagles. My fault. So yeah, the Giants second, just like the Jets. I mean, it's crazy. I didn't think that you guys were going to win this game. Dable, this spirit is around him. I mean, he came in here I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm extremely impressed with you guys being 5-1 right now. Dude, how many wins I think you guys are gonna have? 5, 4,
Something like that. I
something like
gave us
that.
8 and I
Yeah,
got flack for it. I remember. I
yeah,
gave
dude.
us 8
So
and now we're only
so
3 wins away.
so right now, I'll be honest, with you. I'll tell you, I'm sorry I was wrong. So you guys already proved me wrong here.
I'm drinking that Giants Kool-Aid. I mean, our defense, we haven't had defense like this in a while. Cat Williams returned from injury, and where it showed after the first 2 games of the season. I remember on this podcast, I was saying how we're not getting pressure on the quarterback. And look what we're doing against the Packers. Look what we're doing against the Ravens. We're getting pressure on the quarterback, which gives us these opportunities to win the game later on. Adoree Jackson still doing his thing. Julian Love, Xavier McKinney, still all contributing and Sexy, Dexty, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau. What an attack on the defense. And Aziz Al-Ujure. So look, the Giants. I wanna ask you, Brendan. You said that you changed your mind, but do you still think this is a top NFC team?
I mean, it all depends on how things shake out. You got the Packers that I think will figure things out. You have the Bucks that are off to a 3-3 start, right? Both the Bucks and the
Mm-hmm.
Packers are both 3-3. I think they'll figure things out. I think all you need is a ticket for Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady to make it into the playoffs and they can make it to the Super Bowl. I think all they need is that ticket. As long as they get that ticket, I think they're fine. I don't know. I mean, it's impressive that you guys are 5-1. I'd have to check the schedule to see how that might last. Let's
Mm-hmm.
take a look at your schedule
Yeah.
as we speak about it.
Yeah. So next week, Giants, we got it's pulling up just to make sure I say it right. We got the Jaguars, which I think
Yeah,
is
that's a dub.
very
That's a dub. That's a
that's a
dub.
dub.
That's a dub.
Week after that, the Seahawks.
You can win that.
They've been impressive, but we could definitely win. The Texans, it's a dub, and the Lions, probably a dub. So I'm just saying, these Giants, man, we still get to play the Commanders
Yeah,
twice. We still get to play
yeah,
them twice.
yeah,
I'm worried about
yeah,
the Eagles we still have to play. Like your Jets, they have to play the Bills still. We have to play the Eagles still.
yeah.
But we can win a lot of games. We could easily win 11 games, which is crazy.
Yep. No, I don't think you're delusional for saying that. I think if you guys continue to go out there and seal and win games,
Hmm.
you guys can find a way to win 11. I mean, as a Jets fan, as someone who definitely has bias there, I'm not denying that you guys can continue to win. That's not I don't think that you guys, especially with what's remaining on like dude,
We got through the tough stretch.
you guys got through
Like
the touch
if you
stretch.
told me we were gonna lose to
Tough
the
stretch.
Ravens, the Packers, the Titans, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. But we actually beat these teams, and since we have this positive outlook now on our team as fans and as in the locker room, we have a positive outlook on the team that we can actually go out and get it. We're gonna be competitive. We're gonna try even harder. And like that's what we were missing the past couple of years. The lack of effort, the lack of, I guess, playing sound football. Too many drops these past couple of years, too many mistakes on defense. Like the one that sticks in my
Special
mind.
teams too, offensive line and special
Yeah,
teams. You guys weren't
was
making field goals last year.
we we were making no Graham Gano was hitting it, but we weren't scoring touchdowns last season. We didn't even score in like the first half, like the whole year or something like that. And that's why it was a big deal when we did it in against I don't even know who we did against. I think the Bears, or maybe the Panthers, but it was really just some of the personnel on the team. I think getting rid of Evan Ingram and going for more of a block tight end who could catch the ball was very helpful for our run game. Having a healthy Saquon definitely helps. And just a new voice, the guys want to, did you see that video of Kayvon crying after the dub?
I
I
didn't see
mean,
the video. No,
he was like, it was up close to his face. He's looked like he had a Snapchat filter on. But he has passion for the game and they love playing for each other. And it's it's just a great sight to see for the Giants. It's
dude, for sure. I mean, the old way that the Giants would lose in the old fashioned, it would be you guys would have a little bit of hope and then you'd blow it last minute. You'd lose by a last minute field goal
Yeah.
or a call
Oh yeah, I
wouldn't
was
go
gonna
your
say the
way.
Commanders game last year, the offsides after the missed field goal. Like we
Yeah,
thought we won that. And
but
this
now
that's
you
not gonna
guys are
happen this
closing.
year.
And I
Yeah.
love it because there definitely is a sense of culture that is shifting within the New York Jets and the Giants. And like
Mm-hmm.
you said before, when you said now we're going to be more inclined to close out against these games, right? It's going to be an easier schedule going forward. We don't have to worry about the Green Bay Packers anymore. We don't have to worry about the Baltimore Ravens anymore. Those are
Right, right.
dubs that we took. Now we have more of an incentive to back up what we're trying to accomplish here with the Giants. And that is an exciting part of this team. It's an exciting part of this organization because they have the wins under their belt to prove why they should be favorites to win football games on Sunday.
I like your point, like how you're saying, Brady, Rodgers, they make the playoffs, all bets are off. They could make it to a Super Bowl. And that's what I'm going to be scared of seeing as we go down the line. I really think the Giants are going to make the playoffs. The only thing standing in the way is themselves at this point, because like we mentioned, that easier schedule. We even know that we're playing the Jags, we playing the Texans, the Lions, the Commanders. They're still, still football games, and we can't take them for lightly. We gotta have the same mindset, same practice, and the same energy. And we've been doing this with a lot of injuries. Like our top receiver, Shepard, ACL. Wan'Dale Robinson just came back. Leonard Williams just came back this game. We didn't start the season with Kayvon and Aziz. And it's just we've found a way to win games. And
So
that's just football.
you have definitely found a way to win games. But as we talked about you guys winning 11 and all that such, and also making playoffs, I definitely think that you guys can sneak into the playoffs. But if you guys want one of those divisional cards, if you want a divisional round, if you want to make the divisional part of the playoffs instead of a wild card, let's talk about how important divisional wins are for you guys, right? It's not like the NFC East is the NFC least anymore. You have
Yeah.
the best team. I mean, the best or the second best team, however you want to argue, but statistically speaking, the best team in football that is in your conference in which you have not played against. You have not played them. So
Yep.
these division games are going to really matter. I mean, obviously, I'm going to give my flowers to this Giants team and Daboll and how he's came in and operated and commanded a winning culture. I mean, for a rookie coach to do this, it's ridiculous. Believe me, I understand. But the divisional games are really going to matter here. And I think it's really going to play out where you guys stand in the playoffs. You guys have already lost to the Cowboys. You guys are 0-1 in the division right now. The
Right. I don't want
Cowboys.
to, if we tie with the Cowboys, that means we would have to have a lower seed, you know?
Yeah.
And and we have the Eagles last game of the season, which, it's you hope that game doesn't matter as much, looking at the schedule. I hope the Giants already solidify their seed. I hope that it's just a football getting out the way. But these Eagles are legit. I mean, they're no joke. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, that connection's unreal. Their defense is getting it done. The Cowboys, I'm not that worried about. I'm not gonna lie. They've been winning without Dak Prescott. He should come back soon. But I believe the Giants have a better team than the Cowboys. I really do. I mean, I don't know if it's not the names, but I think the Cowboys are being outcoached next time they play. The Cowboys are gonna be outcoached. But I'll say that right now. The Giants are gonna beat the Cowboys next time they play them because they want to make that. They're gonna improve it. They play the Cowboys again before they even sniff the Eagles. So that's interesting scheduling by the NFL. But we're gonna be finished with the Cowboys before we get to the Eagles. So that we can't even, as a Giants right now, we can't think about the Eagles. Let them lose their first game, and because I don't think the Eagles are going to go undefeated this season. I don't. And I know we're going to lose some more football games. I mean, we've only lost once. So as a Giants continue, we just got to keep winning the games. We can't lose. We did that a lot last year. We beat ourselves, and I don't think we're going to do that this year.
I think the Jets and the Giants are in a very similar point right now in the season. Very similar. I mean, obviously, the Jets are one game behind the New York Giants. But if you think about it, the Jets are the second seed. The Giants are the second seed. They have, the Cowboys are kind of like that Dolphins to the Jets. But I'm kind of looking at the Patriots are kind of like that too to the Jets because the reason why I bring up the divisional aspect for the Giants is because you guys
Mhm.
already have that 0-1 record, right? The Jets found a way to get that 1-0 record. We're 1-0. I think the division is really going to matter, especially if you guys want to have a non-wild card spot, especially if you want your 10 or 11 game season to actually mean
Right.
something. And think about it. The Rams are the 7th seed. Would you think, Jared, that the
Yeah,
Rams, the
this
defending Super Bowl champ, should be the 7th seed?
the whole NFC West is just beating up on each other. 3-3, 3-3, 2-4. And those are all, I mean, the Cardinals should be a better team. They're getting D-Hop back. The Niners, they were in the championship series, the NFC championship game. Rams won the Super Bowl. Seahawks getting wins with Geno Smith. So there are a lot of good teams in the NFC, which is a scary thing. The Bucks are 3-3. The Packers are 3-3. They're it's gonna be a tight race. There's only like 8 spots, 7 spots in the playoffs.
Yeah, 7.
And for the Giants, they can't take these games for granted because eventually Brady's gonna click or Stafford's gonna click and it's gonna be close.
Yeah, you guys definitely are going up against. You guys definitely got the dirty part of the schedule done. 5-2, excellent. But the next time that you guys play the Cowboys, it better result in a W because
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling, like I said before, the Cowboys are breathing right behind you in the 6th seed. They're breathing right behind your necks. They're 1 game behind, just like how the Patriots are 1 game behind us. And our game is coming up soon. And I think that the Patriots game to the Jets game is just as important because we need to get these divisional wins. It's essential. So, and then if let's just say if the Giants lose to the Cowboys, they skyrocket up onto the playoff picture. The Rams start playing better football. The Packers start playing better football. You don't know what could happen in the future. And yes, it is amazing that the Giants have gotten the dirty work done. They beat the Packers. That's going to help them in the playoff picture. They beat the Ravens. That's good for their power ranking standings. And the Giants
Mm-hmm.
are the 5th, dude. They're ranked the 5th best team in football, which is awesome for you guys. But I just keep saying, and when you asked me about what do you think we're going to continue this? I think you guys have the power to take care of the teams below you, and I think that you guys will execute, and I think you have the power to beat teams that are ahead of you. But I think that your main focus right now needs to be these divisional games. That's what I think.
Yep. And the person we're going to rely on is Saquon Barkley, who's having a great season, has the most total yards from scrimmage, just above Tyreek Hill. I mean, we're utilizing this guy's strengths perfectly. On the 1 yard line after a pass interference call near the end zone, we give it to Barkley. He jumps over the whole line and defensive line for a touchdown. And when we needed to ice the game, Barkley gets the first down, slides at the 2 yard line before the end zone to keep the clock running. I mean, if it all depends on Barkley. And Evan Neal has played much better since his first couple games. Andrew Thomas is still a wall at left tackle doing his thing. And Barkley, he's a fantasy legend right now. You know, he wasn't supposed to be a top pick because we were concerned about the injury of last year, but that seems to be all gone now. So we're gonna have to literally ride on Barkley's quads if we're gonna, continue to win these games because Barkley is that elite quarterback and a running back, and I want the Giants to pay him eventually. We're gonna have to dish out some money with the squad if we want to keep our winning ways. I mean, Barkley, probably will want to be a top paid running back in the league. It's going to be tough.
How much are you willing to pay him?
I mean, I'm willing to pay him whatever the top one is. Is it Kamara right now? Like
It's probably CMC. Let's look it up.
running back contracts. Because like the running back contract is tough because of their sharp decline. Right now, Zeke's is the most overall paid.
Wait, it's not
90
CMC. It's not CMC. Oh wait, no,
No,
you're right.
CMC
You're
is
right.
making the most per year at
Yeah,
16 mil.
yeah, you're right.
But
You're right.
total,
But
Zeke's
guarantees,
getting
yeah,
90. Yeah.
yeah. So
Guaranteed McCaffrey. So I would offer Barkley in that 15 mil, 16 mil range just because of the dynamics. I think we may be able to get on the lower end of like the 15 million because of that ACL. We could use that as leverage. And sign him for a couple of seasons, make him feel wanted, make him the face that Odell was supposed to be, because Odell left when we're going downhill, and now we need that face again. We need that icon in New York. I mean, we've been when Eli left, Odell was supposed to fill his shoes, but we got rid of him too. Daniel Jones, he doesn't have that personality. He doesn't have that QB spark that we have. Mahomes, Josh Allen, Herbert. He doesn't have that spark yet. He doesn't have that charm. Barkley has that charm. He has that talent and the personality and the production to show for it. So let's lock up our franchise. He's the top 5 running back, but he's also the franchise player.
Saquon Barkley is second in rush yards, right behind Nick Chubb, 616 yards. I mean, he has 4 touchdowns. This guy really is balling. He's definitely the favorite right now for comeback player of the year, as he should be.
He's like minus, I don't even know, like 400 at this point.
As he should be, which is amazing for him. I want to talk about what I think the Giants should offer him. I think that they should model a CMC style contract where it's not as hefty as Zeke and guarantees. I don't think you need to give Saquon guarantees. I think that that's harming your franchise, given the fact that he's injury prone. All right, this guy's been injured for most of his tenure with the Giants. I think that we know that when he's on the field, he, if he's healthy and with this offensive line and with this new offensive day ball system, that he will produce. And he proved that. That's why I'm going to propose to you a plan where he gets paid a little bit south of 16 mil, just because of the fact that he's 25 years old. He's entering his prime, but it's not like he's just, right off of his rookie deal like a CMC was. I'm going to say 15.5 mil a year, and I'm not giving him 90 million guarantees. I say you pay him more annually and you pay him less guaranteed wise, so that he's satisfied. He's getting his bag throughout the season. He feels important as a franchise piece for this New York Giants football team. And it's better for your front office in case, if God forbid, he goes down for an injury, in case if something happens later on.
I mean, his initial rookie contract was 31 million. He's getting paid 7 million. So if we give him that 15, 14 million range, it doubles his income. And I think he's a top 10 already running back in terms of contract wise based on just value alone. But he's playing as a top 5 running back, a top 3 running back. So he's definitely going to command some money in free agency. And I don't want to franchise tag him. I mean, we've seen what happened with teams, and just like the front office. I mean, Le'Veon Bell, for example, that didn't work out when he left and went to the Jets. It just didn't work out. But some other players, like, it just creates friction, and it doesn't show commitment in your number 1 player. And I don't want them to franchise. If anything, franchise tag Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah, definitely. If you want to give him another opportunity just to see the field, see how he produces, see if he can continue the wins.
Barkley's proven it more than Jones at this point.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I actually agree with that for sure. I think that Saquon Barkley is the heartbeat of your offense, and he's doing everything for you guys. He really is moving the sticks. He's someone that he's a game breaker right now for defensive teams and how they have to play. It definitely tires the defensive lines, definitely opens up the passing game. He can receive too. Do not sleep on his receiving ability. So I think that he deserves the bag 100%.
Without Barkley this season, I think we only have 2-3 wins. Like honestly, because it's just that game changer. We're using him like the Titans have used Henry the past couple of years. I mean, not in terms of usage, but just relying on him in terms of, scoring touchdowns, getting a first down, and he should be paid.
So, Jared, let's talk about next week for the New York Giants and who they're going up against.
Yeah, they're going against a Jaguars team who's shown some more promise this year. But they're still, I would say in the bottom half of the NFL. And that is something to look forward to. I fully expect a W. They're 2-4. They've lost 3 straight. And I really like our chances. We get to see our old friend Evan Ingram. We're traveling down to warm Jacksonville, 1 p.m. game. I bet we're the favorites, and that should be inspiring. That should give us confidence as a team. Let's not get trapped with this Trevor Lawrence led offense, and let's treat him like, a second year quarterback needs to be treated. We should put some pressure on him, and they don't really have the weapons. I mean, but neither teams have weapons other than Giants with Barkley. But on the wideouts, I mean, Christian Kirk for the Jags, but Adoree Jackson will lock him up. So if we could just get to Trevor Lawrence and just keep the pedal to the metal with Barkley, we are going to get this dub.
I think you guys got it. I mean, you guys proved that you guys can go up against the big bad teams of the NFL. And I like you guys better from a overall roster perspective. I think you guys are much better around the ball. I think you have better offensive line, better
That's
running
like the
back.
first time that's ever been said about the Giants in a while.
Yeah,
A
like
better line than their opponent.
And how everything's been playing. I think that your defensive line is going to get pressures. Thibodeau, Ojulari, and then obviously Big Cat coming up front. I think that might be too much for the Jaguars and for Trevor Lawrence. And this is just a game that you guys got to win. You guys now have proven that you can contend against contenders, but now is the time to win and take the games that you're supposed to win. I don't think that Daboll will be taking the Jaguars lightly. I think that you guys need to really grind that film and really see their soft spots and study their game, because they're what are they, 2-4?
They they're 2-4. I mean, they just lost to the Colts. This is, if we lose this game, the media is gonna be questioning the Giants. It's 100%. Gonna be all over the headlines that were flukes. So this is this is more important than what it really should be. Like a Giants Jags game going into the season, you're thinking, oh, maybe we could squeeze a dub. But now it's not a statement game, but it's a let's not get embarrassed type of game.
No, yeah. No, I agree with you.
If we lose, I'm gonna be here next week saying either like the defense let us down or Jones blew the game. Like that's the only things that could happen that I could see us losing is if the defense blows up or Jones blows up. And this coaching staff is going to prepare them. I think we're going to improve the 6-1.
Anything can happen in the NFL, just like how upsets happen. And, right now the Giants are plus 132 favorites and the Jaguars are minus 156. So Vegas is basically indicating that it's a coin toss between both teams, which is crazy. I don't know if they're trying to implement a trap game here. I don't know if they think that it's the Jaguars statement game or they're in front of their home crowd and Trevor Lawrence is due for a breakout game. Why do you think the line is so close?
Line is close because of the history of the Giants the past couple of years. And it is an away game, which helps the Jags' odds a lot, I would say. But I think I would even take the spread for like a -5.5, -7 for the Giants. This might be our first game this season that isn't a fourth quarter comeback, that isn't down to the wire. Like the Packers game, we had to work for. We had to stop Rodgers, even though we had a comfortable lead. We had to work. It was only a 5-point game at the end of the day. The Bears game, 8-point game. Ravens 4. Cowboys hell. We don't talk about that. Panthers 3-point game. Titans 1-point game. This is gonna be I think I'll call it right now. This is the first game that the Giants are gonna be winning. I'll take the 5.5 alternate spread on them, or I'll even take a 7 spread, because this is the game to show off the offense. This is the game to prove it to people that you're not this coin flip of a team, that you're a top team and should be treated as such. So that I think it's disrespectful by Vegas, honestly.
I was just gonna say, do you feel disrespected? You guys just beat the Baltimore Ravens.
We just beat the Ravens and Packers, and you're gonna give us a coin flip on the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Are you gonna bet on them? Or are you gonna get at your phone right now and bet on the Giants? You're gonna do it right now?
While it's like this,
while we're on air right now,
might as well before they change it before someone gets fired like an intern. Let me go to the NFL. Giants plus 132. Are you kidding me?
Smash that.
I'm gonna smash that. Plus 130. I'm gonna drop a 15 on it.
Let's go.
15 solid dollars.
What's the payout?
19 to win.
19 to win. Okay.
At plus 132.
Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Little, bar money, a couple of drinks at the bar, your cover, cab. Can't complain.
There it is. I
There
don't
we
know if you
go.
could see it.
There we go.
At the bottom right here, I got a couple brewing.
Yeah, there we go. What else you
That's
got?
disrespectful. What else? Well, NBA's coming back, so they gave us a no sweat. So it's a no sweat bet. LeBron James first basket, LeBron to score 20, and then Embiid first basket, Harden to score 15 plus.
Oh, dude, you do the first baskets, like you do
Well,
the first scoring.
this is a no sweat one, so I get a free bet that might as well
that's
try
true.
it.
Might as well. Yeah, I mean, one of my buddies, I think he put Judy first touchdown last night. Didn't work out. And
Those are tough.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't
Anytime
hit the,
touchdowns are the wave, I think. Anytime
oh, dude,
you could
like
get lucky.
like a 5-leg, like anytime player touchdown. I mean, I did it once this season, and
Shout out Sports
Austin
Grid.
Eckler screwed me. Yeah, shout out Sports Grid. We both interned there.
Yes, sir.
You know how it is. Teaching us how to bet.
But man, why do you think the Giants are underdogs right now?
I gotta give me a second. I need to think about this. I want to give a good answer. I'm
yeah.
trying to
Why is Vegas? I think is this scripting? Is this NFL scripting? Like everyone's gonna put money on the Giants and they're gonna lose, or is this...
it could be, that, and also before, like I said, it could be a trap game, and maybe they're not trying to make money, or no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. They're not trying to hand out money. They're not trying to hand out money. They're not trying to hand out money. They're not trying to, you know what I mean?
Like it really should be, I would think, a minus 200 for the Giants, like based off their play. Like that's what I think it would be right now. It's like the line.
Oh no, I mean the Giants. Anything can happen.
Like
in
even
the
the
NFL.
Jets are plus 108. They have better odds right now.
Yeah, dude, here I threw 25 on the Jets to win and the money line. I didn't do spread. I did money
line.
Right, and I woke up this morning and I saw it. And it was plus 250. I should have hammered at plus 250, but I was like, no. And then I noticed that Wilson is like nursing a hamstring injury or whatever is going on. And then it dropped to 108. And then I threw 25. I was like, you know what, dude? Like, we're coming off of the win. I'm feeling good. Let's cash out $28. Let's do it. If it hits, fingers crossed.
Yeah. But nah, man, they're disrespecting us. I don't know why.
No, they are. I mean, this is the Jacksonville Jaguars for that matter. I mean, you guys have already won 5 games out of this first 6 games. And the Jaguars are 2-4. They just got dog walked by their divisional rival, the Indianapolis Colts, a team that showed no promise this whole year. So, I mean, as of right now, Zach Wilson, the New York Jets, they're looking in a much better direction than Doug Peterson and the consensus golden boy, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is playing good, but he's not getting wins and he's not leading his team. He's not changing the culture.
That culture it's not the Dable did not take over the Jags. He took over the Giants. And we're gonna win by 5.5. I'm gonna change my bet for the spread. And it's gonna be when the Giants are 6-1 next week. Watch out.
So the spread right now is 5.5.
No, the spread right now is 1.5, but I'm going to do an alternate spread.
You're going to do an alternate.
I mean, the spread right now is +3. So I'm doing an alternate at 5.
So you're feeling shiesty right now. Like
I'm feeling the Giants haven't won, but they haven't really had that big game yet. Where they've it's in all close games. This is our chance. This is our chance to show that we're a good team.
Yeah, you got to defend the throne right now.
The Panthers game was close because we're still trying to find ourselves, and I think that was the game Shep went down. So we didn't know, we had to work with what we got, what we had. That was the Graham Gano game. But now this is gonna be the Daniel Jones game. Hear me out.
The Daniel Jones game.
He looked great last week. He's gonna torch this Jags. I could see him getting 2 touchdowns, which is a lot for Daniel Jones. It's a lot for one game. 2 touchdowns, 225 plus yards. I don't know if I'm going to bet on it. I don't know if I'm going to bet on that, but that's what could happen because this is the Giants versus the Jags.
So we will see. We got New York Jets fan in the building. We got a New York Giants fan in the building. Both of us threw money on the game on Sunday. Jets going up against the Denver Broncos in Mile High. The New York Giants flying to Jacksonville to figure that out. Hopefully they can get that
Meadowlands
win.
will be empty.
The Meadowlands is vacant for the weekend. Maybe there's a concert or something going on. I have no idea. But Jets, Jets, baby. Let's go.
Nah, both teams looking good. I'll give you that. G-Men, let's do our thing.
Thank you guys for listening to episode 50 of the NYFlyZone podcast. As I said earlier, make sure to follow, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to hear. Let us know.
NYFlyZone, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Check out the YouTube clips. There's going to be some shorts. This episode, I'll probably divide Jets and Giants so we could get what you want if you're a fan. But yeah, thanks for listening. It was great. Great talking. It was a great pod. Great pod.
Peace.
Peace.